For now, let's take you to two of the most contested provinces in the country. We're going to start in the Western Cape Results Center, and that's where our reporter Lindsay Dentlinger is standing by to give you an update. Good evening, Lindsay.
Good evening, Vuyu.
Well, tell us what's going on.
Yes,
where are we with respect to the capturing of votes in that province?
Vuyu, well, while we're seeing all these protests on our screen here alongside what's happening where you are, it's much quieter here on this front. The focus really is now on getting that it's less than 20% of the results still left here to be audited. My understanding is all those result slips are here. It's a matter of auditing, going through those last municipalities where they still need to audit those figures. So really the push here and the focus here of the political parties who are present as well is keeping track of their performance here. As you've pointed out, always a hotly contested province here in the Western Cape. With me I have Riza Omar from Citizen Surveys, who's been looking at the dynamics here in the Western Cape and what might sway the vote this time. We're seeing the DA just knocking on 55%, the ANC not yet reached that 30% that they were hoping to reach yet. I know there's still almost 20% still to go, Riza. How do you think the ANC is going to perform? Are they going to make that target, and what might affect them doing better this time around than they did the last?
Well, what is interesting is yesterday it rained. Now we know that rain suppresses voter turnout for poorer people and it favours the more affluent. If we examine the DA's supporters, they're more likely to be affluent. So in effect the rain was an advantage for the DA. What is really going to count is how the undecided voters in the Western Cape voted.
We just look at the ANC strongholds in the city, particularly because it forms such a large part of this voting base here. Khayelitsha, Gugulethu, the townships, really where the ANC has been capitalising. Do you think we saw the big hitters come in to the Western Cape, the president himself? Do you think that could count in the ANC's favour this time around?
Well, President Ramaphosa has the highest favourability rating of all political leaders in South Africa. About 56% of people are favourable towards him, significantly more than the other two major political leaders. So whenever Ramaphosa does come and assist in electioneering, it is a massive benefit for the political party, and it would have an impact on improving the electoral performance.
We saw a neck-and-neck race throughout the day between the EFF and the Good Party as to who's going to take that third place spot, and whether we will see, I know Patricia de Lille probably aiming more for that national seat rather than that provincial seat. How do you think it's going to play out between those two parties? What's going to swing in either of their favour?
Well, the EFF is in a difficult position in the Western Cape, mainly because they can be divisive at times. The Good Party, however, well, that is Patricia de Lille, and a portion of the undecided voters no doubt threw their weight behind her, as opposed to throwing their weight behind the DA.
So there you have a picture of what's been happening here in the Western Cape. As I said, that focus really, Ibrahim Rasool here for the ANC and Alan Winde, the DA's premier candidate, on the floor here, keeping a close eye on the numbers. And we could expect for them to call this election here in the province, the IEC saying by as early as midday tomorrow.
Lindsay Dentlinger live from the Provincial Results Center in the Western Cape.